All right, good evening, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. It is 7:50 in the evening, Thursday evening, and something new. The Severe Thunderstorm Watch has been expanded to now include a chunk of our northern counties: Walker County, Grimes County, Montgomery County. Montgomery County, strong thunderstorms are racing into the county right now. They're racing in from north to south. And you now have an active severe thunderstorm warning that does include a chunk of Walker County and northern Montgomery County, including specifically the Lake Conroe area. If you know someone on Lake Conroe, get them off the lake, because gusts of wind across the lake to 60 or above, I think, are likely as that cluster of storms comes across the lake. Lake Conroe is right here. There's the leading edge of that thunderstorm cluster that, again, is racing south. The storms itself are racing south at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. They easily could produce wind gusts 50, 60, 70 miles an hour over open water of Lake Conroe. It's possible. So that's an intense little storm coming into northwest Montgomery County. I do have a storm track on that. If it holds together, and it's going to reach Conroe by 8:01, so you guys are going to get it Conroe proper. Woodlands, if it holds together, 8:13. There you are in the Woodlands. I think it is going to hold together. This whole storm system itself is weakening slowly, but it looks like it has enough punch to get into the Woodlands as we head into 8:15. So in about 20, 25 minutes from now, Woodlands expect some rain and thunder and some gusty wind as that pushes into your direction. Spring by 8:24, Cypress 8:35. If it were to hold together all the way to downtown Houston, you know, it would reach there at 9 o'clock. I think it's going to weaken before it gets to downtown Houston. But it's spring storm season, and sometimes these storms can outperform and surprise. So that's why we wanted to break in here on KHOU11 Plus and our social platforms and let you guys know what's going on this evening. A closer look, that is an intense thunderstorm. Radar indicates, and there it is, just approaching Lake Conroe, the north side of the lake, 3/4 inch diameter hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. That's radar indicated. But just from the shape of it, the way it's bowing out a little bit, I can tell you that is producing some strong straight line winds, at least to 60 miles an hour coming into northern Montgomery County. The heart of that storm right now is right across the Sam Houston National Forest, coming into the north and west side of the lake. So Bentwater, 1097 bridge, it's going to be quite harrowing across that bridge for a little while here. And this is producing hail. So this is our hail tracker. This just updated right here, FM 1375 on the just north of the lake. You're getting estimated hail size to quarter size hail. So quarter size hailstone, you know, that's big enough to put a dent in your truck. I know, because my truck has a bunch of dents in it from the last hailstorm we had a few years ago. So that'll dent your hood, get your car under cover north side of Lake Conroe. That is going to race right across the heart of the lake. Again, there's the 1097 bridge. You know, Bentwater's in here, you know, Walden in here. So that's going to cross and give you guys some gusty wind and heavy rain and maybe some small hail as it comes across the lake here over the next half hour to 40 minutes. Looking inside the storm, not seeing rotation. What we're seeing is straight line wind. Leading edge of the straight line winds now right here up across the lake and racing toward the downtown Conroe area, just pushing across Highway 105 now in northern and western Montgomery County. So that's what's happening tonight. Quickly, let's go over what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow in the afternoon, storms are expected to ignite across the area. There will be a severe thunderstorm threat tomorrow. There will be a hail threat tomorrow as well. And there will be a heavy rain threat tomorrow. So the flood risk it's not super high, but it's there. What I'm expecting are lots of high water spots on roadways tomorrow across the area. The threat is from Galveston all the way to Huntsville and Franklin. So there is a weather impact alert in effect area-wide for tomorrow. It looks like the heaviest rain 1 to 7 p.m. The rain may linger deeper into the evening as storms by computer models are suggested to linger for a while. And I'll just show you Friday while we're here. That's Friday morning at 7 a.m., quiet. But we go into early afternoon, storms begin to blossom by 2:30 across a big chunk of Houston and southeast Texas. They hang on through the 5 o'clock hour on Friday, pockets of heavy rain, thunderstorms. They hang on into 8 o'clock. They may linger and weaken, but still drippy and rainy going into 11 o'clock on Friday night. So what are your plans Friday? That's what we're looking at as far as Friday goes, weather impact alert in effect for Friday. Let me just back up. Let's just reset and show you one more time what's going on right now across the Conroe area in Montgomery County with a severe thunderstorm warning in effect across Montgomery County. Here's the big picture. That's the storm we're watching coming through Walker County into Montgomery County right now. It is racing southeast at about 35 to 40, dumping quarter-size hail. This is just about to cross the lake and get into downtown Conroe in about 15 minutes. If it holds together, it reaches the Woodlands by 8:13. Cypress area, if it holds together, Cypress, Northwest Harris County, it gets to you guys by 8:35. May still have some gusty wind by then. The system is weakening, but it's still very intense. Let me just get a lightning count on this. Yeah, 371. Let's just watch that for a moment. Yeah, 357. Here's your total lightning strikes in the past 10 minutes. 358 strikes in the last 10 minutes, just in that little spot, Montgomery County, Walker County. That is an intense thunderstorm. So a tremendous amount of lightning. Panorama Village to Conroe, Willis Cut and Shoot, likely to get hit or grazed by that intense lightning core. So everybody up in Montgomery County, just hunker down right now and let that pass. Very much in the cloud to ground lightning threat as that comes through. Strikes up to 373 now, so they're not shrinking in number. 378 now, so it's intensifying, or it's at least holding its intensity right now. And they've just reissued another thunderstorm warning for this, which includes downtown Conroe. Willis and Cut and Shoot, you're just on the outer edge of that, but Lake Conroe getting hit hard, the north side of the lake. That's pretty good hail shaft right there. It's 3/4 inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, likely with that. Just racing across Lake Conroe right now. Dobbin, you're getting some gusty wind and heavy rain as well. Everybody along the Highway 105 corridor here is going to get hit pretty hard. The corner, Highway 105 and I-45, right in there. And the hail update, at last check, we're getting a hail core in here on the north side of the lake, Sam Houston National Forest. That's going to marble size. So the hail is not particularly large, but marble size hail coming out of that, indicated by radar. And as we look inside the storm, it's not rotating, it's just that's straight line wind is what that is. So it's a gusty straight line wind threat. And then tomorrow we'll do this again, as I mentioned, but that's tomorrow's threat, as we expect rain and thunder widespread across the area. So that's what we're looking at this evening. Just hunker down and stay inside Montgomery County as the storm passes through your neighborhoods here over the next hour or so. That's the one. And again, if it holds together, it's going to hit Conroe and the lake right now. Folks up in the Woodlands area, if it holds together, it reaches you guys by 8:13. That's where we stand. We'll keep an eye on it. If something were to break and get worse, we'll break in and let you know about it again. If not, live update on the TV side on KHOU 11 News at 10, and also simultaneously streaming on KHOU 11 Plus at 10. We'll see you then.